Unfortunately, the quest I just failed with Heinrich has now been patched so it doesn't fail when you leave like I did, so... But I'm not going to go back and redo that because I did a whole other bunch of shit after that, so... I don't feel like replaying 2 hours just to get to that. So... We're going to our next... Just going to keep going. Lord Captain's tragedy in Dargonis. Governor Drivestem has been dedicating most of the time restoring the astropathic choir lost to the warp storms, but the secrecy assembled were struck by an unknown assault. They heard something has cast them into madness. The astropaths have lost sleep, clouded their skin to the flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they have gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated. Now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are upholding the connection to Dragonis. But how long will they last? Where did the four astropaths come from? Can we get more of them? I received complaints that the Governor Drysdale has devastated the minor astropathic choirs of the Protectorate. He scaled them down by almost half through blatant abuse of his authority. Taking more people from these choirs would mean depriving ourselves of the connections with other worlds. We could try to hire sanctioned psychics from other domains, but they will few as the road to the Imperium. That doesn't make sense. They will be few as the road to the Imperium is perilous. We can try getting by with the resources that are available to us, seek out the unsanctioned astropaths who train those psychoactive citizens of the Protectorate displaying promise. A most regrettable violation of his laws caused by our grave situation. What is the cause of this affliction? Who knows? The schemes of heretics from the cult of the Final Dawn, treacherous magic of the Xenos. Perhaps it was a planned diversion, or maybe it was a random echo in the Immaterium. What say my advisors? Can we attain a new choir? Your ladyship, Lady Theodora not only had enemies in the Expanse, but friends as well. Those whom she helped out, rescued, and saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are several powerful planetary rulers who possess both astropaths and a deep respect for your family name. There are a lot of psychers on my home planet, Liara, Lord Captain. Do you know why? There we are not despised, persecuted, or enslaved on the black ships. There, we are sheltered from raids, educated, respected. Of course, it is all done in secrecy from outsiders, but I can suggest which ruler to contact. Perhaps the Von Valencia's family name will be enough to make a deal and obtain more educated groups of astropaths rather than some criminal rabble. Adira, give me the coordinates for Lero. I will task the Dargonis fleet to make way and find us new astropaths. The coordinates surely must be inside Lady Theodora's archives still. I'll pass on the names of the rulers to Liara on Drivestem. Using old navigation charts, the ships of Dargonis have set out toward the distant planet. They return with powerful and well-trained psychers in tow. And with news that over the years, the planet Liara has completely succumbed to heresy and that its location should be purged from all maps. The new astropaths were dangerous both to others and themselves, while at the same time led to the materialization of horrifying war manifestations into reality. But the victims were a small toll for allowing Dargonis to hear and speak to its mistress. The tragic presence of the astropaths has not appeared again, but all of them have reported hearing strange whispers ever since their first day on the planet. Lord Captain, the decompression of Lady Theodora's secret workshop on Gavagam, an epidemic of mysterious tech leprosy has broken out. Augments mutate in distorted forms, killing their hosts and machines. Even entire assembly halls break into fragments that devour each other, melding into grotesque and insane forms. The Omega-18 Malfactorum, the epicenter of the epidemic, is cordoned off, but the disease will burst out of there sooner or later. What is known about this sickness? We have not faced anything like this before. The plague not only affects mechanisms, forces them to transform and lose all functionality. Nobody knows the nature of this disease and how it found its way into Lady Theodora's secret workshop. It is possible that some secret research was being carried out there. And what say my advisors? Eradicating the infection is our highest priority, but to completely eradicate the Manufactorum epicenter would mean inflicting serious damage to our resource supply. This unit, I can propose another method of purging. However, the sacraments of the Omnissiah that are available to me cannot be revealed to the laity. I ask that you place your trust in me. Shireen, do not hasty with this purge. The phenomenon may be of interest to other specialists. There are many who do not agree that all knowledge belongs solely to cogs. What appears to be a plague could hold amazing possibilities. If we could isolate the manufactorum and let those inquisitive minds inside, they would happily compensate us for the loss of production capacity. I have suppressed 18 different epidemics aboard the flagship, and our officers have experience setting up quarantines. We will send them to Kiabagama to lead purgatory squads. They will not return from the epicenter until the infection is eradicated and the preventive exclusion zone is taken down. Do as you wish, Pascal. You have my permission. Your request is accepted. I shall withdraw to perform the sacraments. The tech priests, armed with a mysterious device they assembled under the instructions of Pascal, have gone into the bowels of the manufactorum. What happened there is unknown. Reports speak of a blue and green flash that illuminated the manufactorum, and the epidemic subsided overnight. The stored mechanisms had been horribly melted down, and so were the bodies of the dead tech priests who carried the machine of the Magos Hanuman, as well as the burnt remains of the machine itself. Magos Pascal had refused to comment on his chosen method of purging, calling it a revelation of the Omnissiah that he himself could not comprehend before the device was given over. Many of the tech priests who had once maintained the manufactorum were left without a function and transferred to serve aboard the rogue trader ship. Goodness, I can't do this again. Oh. The object is dead ahead. Bridge. Copy that. Report relayed to the officer on duty and pilots. Commanding the pilots, senior officer, and the Lord Captain to this channel. Your leadership, the Xeno artifact is dead ahead. What are your orders? Any changes in the construct? Requesting Augur relay data, awaiting response. Urgent report from the engines here on the Augur deck. Detecting energy spike of unknown nature. Concentrated network overload. Peripheral systems offline. Confirming vision change. The gated. What is that? Continue. Oh. We are detecting activity near the object. Observations indicate that the signatures are very similar to ships, Lord Captain. Xeno ships. Fire the sacred ordnance on one of the targets. One of the Xeno ships has fallen glory to the road trader. Wait, what's that? Another Xeno ship inbound. Must be a boarding party. What? Where did it come from? It was hiding nearby. It's enclosed and undetected. We were distracted by the construct. It's right by us. It's aiming for the energy module.
The Emperor is on our side.
Oh, no.
Contribution to Lady Theodora's legacy.
I need you to move. I can't see with your head in front of the thing.
Never failed me.
Lend us a modicum of thy power.
Oh. Lord Captain, we dealt with the void ships of these beasts. Zenos boarding party has landed on the ship. They are advancing steadily towards the plasma drive. The enforcers are being overrun, but they are asking for reinforcements. But do not help this vessel to destroy our vessel from the inside.
You left the Novus Imperialis to serve the rogue trader. Do you ever regret it, Seneschal?
No, I do not regret it in the least. Serving in the Imperial Navy is a fine thing to do. But it was only under Lady Theodora that I truly felt the significance of what I was doing.
I'll make it happen.
You know, rest be a real parrots alongside, though.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worth eradicated.
Your last stroke of luck.
I'll do it.
Really?
Swift and silent. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I understand your intent. Bow to me. Kemorak.
Let's make some opportunities. Who if not me? My gut tells me it's a bad idea. On it.
Your death is approaching.
High momentum.
Living on the edge. Don't get too cocky. I'll make it happen.
I'll show you the real pain.
Here's my perfect moment. It's as good as done. Another enemy down. I'll see to it personally. I can do that. With the right. Never cross the Kasbah. Never fight for
Disgrace.
My place is at the fore.
I bring agony.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
I move swiftly to strike. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Blood.
You cannot force me, Elantak.
My artifice is unsurpassed.
On it. I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
I know what I'm doing, usually. Am I getting paid for this? Tell me, and it is done.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. It will be done.
Guided by faith.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If I must. Are you moving? No more.
Man in a uniform, officer's uniform, is kneeling and scrabbling around a mess of blood and dirt on the floor. As soon as you draw near, you hear his fierce murmur, "No, no, no! Where is he? Where is my son?" Lower half of the officer's face is grimy with some strange substance, too pale and lumpy to be blood. The officer pays you no attention. His eyes are fixed on the floor. Wait, he's an operational officer from Deck 67-3, not from one of the local clans, which is why I remember him. He helped me bring up the new recruits from the planet. What is he doing here? You take another step toward the man and peer into his face. Blue veins bulge under his scab-mottled skin, and his bloodshot eyes are darting in every direction. Sometimes rolling back into his head so that only the whites are visible. The strange stuff covering the officer's face is lumpy pink slime mixed with blood that is streaming from his disfigured nose. Why are you here, not on your assigned deck? Something shifts in the officer's expression, and the feverish gleam in his eyes goes out. Tacitus, my boy, swamp devils dragged him off. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm looking for my son. The rebellion guards came to save my boy. I showed them where the swamp devils dragged Tacitus, and I led them right here like they asked. They'll make short work of the nest of those beasts, and I'll keep looking for my boy in the meantime. Mistress, will you help? The man's face contorts in a monstrous grimace, a mixture of pain, hope, and madness. I'll be damned if this officer has a son. Perhaps he did once, but he embarked without any family in tow. He's cracked, the poor wretch. I believe this Monkey is not here by chance. He's been in the clutches of the Dark Ones. His current state may be the bitter fruit of time spent alongside those masters of torment and madness. There are no guards here. You're on board the rogue trader's vessel, and knee-deep in Xenos blood and entrails. I don't understand. Xenos? What's Xenos? For instant, awareness returns to the officer's eye, and he seems to see his surroundings for the first time. His face slowly fills in horror. Emperor, preserve us! The man sneezes and lowers his face coated anew in the slime streaming from his nose. The officer casts you a bleeding look. What is this nightmarish scene? I was leading the Emperor's guard to the swamp devil's nest across the marshlands to my homeworld. Instead of that, I was showing the way to them? He points at the corpse of the Xenos with a trembling hand. Hallucinations, a heretical image, heretical mirage. The guards, they weren't very chatty. One of them called me something strange. Monkey, I think? I heard them talking among themselves, something about seizing the ship. Don't let them through, though, to where I don't... Oh, it's coming over me again. Blow up the reactor bay, damage the engines, and then disembowel the helpless ship to your Xenos heart's content. Oh yes, that sounds just like my partners. Those words, Lord Captain, don't let them through. I set my little voices singing. I hear them singing about a fine thread that leads to the heart of your territory. I hear them sing of Dargonus, of a black dragon. Could it be the Dracon who sent us here to this rendezvous? My, a Xenos who eviscerates human worlds that set a trap for us instead of meeting us in an honest duel? How unexpected. Tell me about these hallucinations. When did they start? I don't remember. It's so strange. It's like I'm here and I'm there at the same time. But I remember many watched a visit from a guardsman. After the swamp devils attacked, it seemed he treated my injuries, did something to my face, said that his comrades would come to do what they had to do. And when the rest of them came, they would show me the way to the nest. But we're on the ship. Where did I take them? Motive force strike me down. I think I've got it. Notice that crew that smoked out during the recent warp jump. This poor man must have taken him for a guardsman. Remember, Lord Captain, the enraged Drukhari who had bent several crew members to his will? Until the last beasts of that race of enemies of humanity are dead, innocent will continue to suffer torment. Is this not a sign that we must work doggedly to rid the universe of Xenos? I don't know what happened to you, but you led Xenos to the very heart of this vessel and almost killed us all. I'm sorry, it's all a Xenos illusion. Even now I can see the marsh where Tacitus vanished just behind you. The man's face twists in a mask of pain and grief. He coughs violently and stumps forward as though he's falling asleep. Whatever they did to him, there's no way back for him now. If it were up to me, I would let him slip back in the illusion, where there's still hope of finding Tacitus. Let him go at peace with himself, and not as a traitor. I think I hear your son calling to you. Tacitus? Tacitus, my boy, I'm coming! The officer's body slides to the point convulsive for a time before going still. Despite his agonizing death, the dead man's face shows no signs of suffering. He had found peace before the end. He bent over the body. Despite the numerous bloodstains on his skin and clothes, the officer had not been seriously wounded. The only noticeable injuries on his face, his nose is disfigured and a red slimy substance streaming from it, staining his mouth and chin. Take the body to the infirmary and try to identify the cause of this madness.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Get all the goods I missed.
I always keep my options open.
I hope there's no timer. That'd be silly.
One and it's done.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, there's no finish. Usually there's nothing in the hip sections. But I got a bomb this arm.
My pleasure.
I better myself through my service.
Charged but safely diffused. Oh. I have an urgent message from Dargonis, Lord Captain. Our astropaths are receiving numerous transmissions, but no, they aren't ordinary messages. Each and every one is a plea for help. Dargonis is reporting a massive Xenos raid, and every mental image transmitted is wreathed in flame. Master Zachary is struggling to determine where and exactly the invasion began, but all signs point to it happening apparently shortly after your departure to the Cinerus Maleficum. Any delay condemns the world to even greater suffering. Your people are begging for immediate aid. Alright, so where am I going? Instead of reminding themselves, one case should direct their gaze the world around more often. I think I'm about to get kidnapped. Taking careful steps, almost without a sound, Yurlita examines the study's interior, raising her brows in surprise and muttering something to herself in the Aldari tongue. Juliet, what a pleasant surprise to see you here. I had no idea this was your dwelling until I entered it. On my craftward, we all held to a simple custom. You may set your foot wherever your path requires. Sacred ground was the only exception to this rule. There's something sacred in this room, Elentok? I do not think so. I am somewhat surprised, but I'm not opposed to such visits. You may come here anytime you like. Do I need permission to do so? But is your entire world contained within this tiny metal cage, Elentok? Your ship, these chambers, they are but a speck of dust, an island, a temporary shelter in a world that is far bigger and more expansive than... Well, enough of that. Now that you are here, I wish to speak with you about our agreement. I have traveled through the Veil many times inside your steel-winged bird, and every time her voice torments me, trying to drive me mad. Juliet stares through you, unconsciously touching the spirit stone on her chest with a trembling hand. Her whispers fill my ear each time I enter the warp, inescapable, incessant, poisoning and inflaming every single emotion and thought, making them uncontrollable. I have learned to shut myself off as best I can, just so that I might have the chance to search for what I have lost. And we have managed to find some of the children of the Kruderak, find and bear witness to their horrifying fate. I think that every step I take to discover Kruderak's fate brings nothing but doom to my brothers and sisters, and still, I ask you not to stop. With every cycle, those still hidden in the darkness of the cosmos draw closer to their demise in obscurity. Out of all the Monkei I've met, I thought that you, Elentok, might be able to understand me and my pain. I was not wrong to think so, was I? For a moment, a sad smile flickers on Yurliet's face, and her voice rings with agonizing doubt. No matter what, you tried to keep your promise, even if your species loved to stamp out any life form they find undesirable. I remember our agreement, and will fulfill it just as I have promised. Yurliet gives you a barely visible nod, her face clouded with emotion, but you cannot read her expression. Your words, Elentok, there's something that still gives me hope. Yurliet's words are entered by a strange sound similar to a stifled sigh, her gaze trained upon something past you. Turning around, you see what has caught her attention, an odd, unsightly shard of porous material mounted on the wall like a trophy. An entire kaleidoscope of motion plays across her face, changing too quickly to catch. She sighs once more, and then her feelings are concealed behind the impenetrable, impersonal mask. What is this, Monkei? Yurliet sounds unusually cold. The strange shard has been here since the last day of your ascension to the Road Trader's throne. Looking closely, an odd thought nags at your mind. It may be disfigured and corroded by some unknown power, but it vaguely resembles wraithbone, a material crafted by the Aldari. Something has changed. It is as though you have cut yourself off from here. Yurliet, what is going on? You are observant, Elentok. How unusual, but there's no need to trouble your mind with conjecture. I have inflicted enough of my unbridled feelings upon you, but I am in control again. Enough, I have lingered here too long. From now on, excuse me, I will avoid entering places you would prefer to keep hidden from me. What is that? Drawing on the bulkhead of the bridge looks relatively recent. You certainly gave no order for it to be done. You don't recognize the whimsical symptoms. With some effort, you manage to make out that the moving lines are intricately stylized letters that you think you had colored with them before. It is a language somewhere on the Calixus sector. Ravor, what is this? Miss Hadari's shenanigans. She gave orders for this thing to be painted. God, Emperor is my witness. I haven't got a clue what it is, but I don't like it. Jai, explain this. Do you like it, Shireen? I think it fits in wonderfully with the surroundings. You have not answered me. What is it? It is a phrase in dialect from a Freet. It says, Selena Voice carries in her chest a heart that passion has woven with Jay's heart. May their affection burn bindingly bright for the exalted one. It's a loose translation of the most famous love poetry from my world. I like it. It can stay. Right, your lord, Captain. What is my bridge turning into? Ah, Shireen, I knew your soul would resonate with those lines of verse. I will read you this poem one day, and you will say, by the Exalted One, it's about us. Okay, I guess we're gonna fight some things. The ship's box systems have reported an emergency. Warp tiers have appeared in the maintenance bays on the lower decks, and voids, when driven mad by source of corruption, have bowed to the demons arriving from the other side. They're new masters. This calls for immediate response. Well, let's...
Speak, Elantak. This tedium is beneath me.
For the true power of humanity.
For the Emperor!
I understand your intent.
I missed? I never miss. Should have thrown the damn grenade.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen. Another enemy down.
A lot of them. Good lord. And all the things from the two blues, that sucks.
Weapon at the ready. Break them around!
Will perish for this affront.
My faith strengthens me. Just a minor setback. Follow my lead.
target lives longer. Going somewhere. I can do that with the right incentive. Don't get too cocky. Jai Haydari. Remember the name. You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
I'll do it. Faith being strike is a prayer. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. For the power resides in the will of the righteous. As the Emperor faith without I'll do it. It's why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Follow my lead. Victory is imminent. One fewer tongue. At your beck and grey hair, sore hand. No matter the cost. It will be done.
Tried and tested tactics are the best of it.
At your beck and reduced to dust. My place is at the fore. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. Indeed.
I approach the designated position.
High momentum.
I know what is to come. On it.
Lord, you're a terrible shot.
Stay vigilant. Brace yourself, Avalon. Weapon at the ready. Break their morale.
How about no? Tell me, and it will never fight fair. Don't get too cocky. You're not fun. Me? Never in 1,000 sectors. Wanna see a trick?
Just designate a target. Deal death with my hands. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Worship is a prayer.
I took care of this one. A tactically sound approach. It will be done. One fewer tongue.
I move as if unseen. If another soul slips beyond the veil,
Let us not dawdle.
you will pay an even greater price.
Didn't flinch. Always keep your eye on the prize.
go.
Keep your wits about
Another
you.
incursion taken care of. The ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later. One of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his brain. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of. The ship left hostile immaterium and returned to real space. Alright, we're going to do the save route just to get to my next. I think I'm about to get kidnapped, possibly. But this is where we're going to stop. When we come back, we're going to... I'm saving. We're going to go into the where, but just in case it kicks off an event when I enter the system, I don't want to do that now, so this might be the stopping point. And if it is, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you do like what you see, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It means a lot, helps the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Until next time, love you guys. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now. Maybe. Yes. Okay. This is where we're stopping, because when we come back, we're going to deal with all that nonsense. So yeah, till next time, love you guys. Take care. Talk to you later. Bye for now.